Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff, man. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring you through what it was like to make the scene. It's freaking snowy as hell here today, man. They already canceled classes from like all the way up until 11 a.m. and there's a parking ban until like 2, which means that parking services is gonna be itching for tickets. Alright, so I'm not going around there. What I'm gonna do is today I'm gonna bring you through what it was like to make the scene. Like I said, I built the set, so I'll take you through the steps of building the bar, kind of what I did, how I approached filming it, because like I said, I play all the roles, so filming a fight scene like that is not exactly easy. But like I said, the whole crew really stuck with me. We filmed for like 24 hours straight, I swear. It was nuts. I had a blast making it. It was the biggest pain in the ass you have ever tried to make, ever. 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 Okay, let's throw it on a tripod. Boom, we're back on. From the first photo here, and like I said, I will put the photos on this page, or on the frame where I am. As you can see, I have this little side yard in my house. It was like 20 by 10. That's roughly the size of the room I'm in right now. That's where I started to choreograph the fight, and you know, from step one, kind of picture the bar in an area like this. Once again, you want a place, if you're going to get in a fight in a bar, you don't want to be able to run away, because then it's going to be unrealistic. If the guy who doesn't want to fight can just leave, not a big deal, you know? I started with the frame, right? So I built the frame, which was, like I said, 20 by 10. A lot of trips to Lowe's in my little Buick all day for frickin' weeks, man. Just dunking after dunking after dunking after dunking after dunking. I made the frame for the floor. I originally was going to put plywood on the floor. That was the original plan, because first of all it would be 10 times easier, and it just, that's how it would have been. However, I tried to save money, and I actually had all of this wood at the house. So I made the floor like this. I mismatched it like a puzzle piece, kinda, you know? Only took me like one afternoon to kind of arrange everything, and then I had to obviously, you know, screw it down. And the ceilings, so the original ceilings were arc ceilings. That's the idea that I had. So I actually made them with PVC pipe that links around the top of the ceiling from each side. So, like I said, I put the foam walls on. The whole entire thing was practically made out of foam, duct tape, and some cheap ass wood. Was not sturdy. If you were there on set, when somebody took a punch or, you know, fell to the ground, the whole place would shake. You know, it was not exactly dope. And I decided to put on this paper stuff, these big sheets of contract paper, to paint over the foam, because I didn't think that the foam would be able to be paintable. I didn't think you could paint over it, which ended up being false. You could totally paint over it. However, when it was sunny out, you could kind of see through it, so the paper was the best move, but the paper would have been the best on the outside and then paint the inside. So, you know, live and learn. Then I started painting the walls with this cool sponge paint. Freaking devastating, man. Devastating. And I already made the movie, and I'm telling you, it's still devastating. What happened was, it wasn't super strong, and it backfired. Whole thing collapsed. Water started coming through the ceiling. Like I said, everything just got fucking soaked, man. Everything was soaked. Like I said, though, you gotta hop back on the horse. You gotta go back to Lowe's, get some more wood, get cranking. And within another week or so, I had the final product. Like I said, I'll put those pictures up. I added some really cool lights. Photos, 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 photos. So, this is what the bar looked like when we were filming. So, in the end, like I said, all of the, let me make sure we're recording it. Put some new ceilings on. They were flat ceilings, not arcs, so it was actually easier to work with. It just didn't feel like there was more space. However, I actually like it better. I think it made the space a little more confined, which was what I was going for. So it's actually a good thing that it happened. Made the sign, the bar's name was called The Scene. Put some blue and orange lights in there. Really wanted that cool contrast between blue and orange. I just think that blue looks really cool on film, which really sucks because it actually doesn't look really good on the Sony, which I didn't know before I made the movie. Alright, we did the bar, now let's talk about the movie. I had choreographed everything out prior. I was in here whipping nunchucks around and freaking dish towels and stuff. That's the kind of attitude that makes moves. Make moves, not excuses. Make moves, not excuses. That's really important. We just had to make sure that when we shot the movie, that we shot it from a reverse shot perspective from my stunt double, which, like I said, was my little brother. So we would shoot it over his shoulder, pointing at me, shoot something, swap outfits, shoot it the other way. Go to the next point in the fight. Shoot it one way, swap outfits, shoot it the other way. Then I'm going to duck the right one. Alright, you ready? 3, 2, action. Think you're good? And, I mean, it was just problem after problem after problem. I wanted an action movie that was in your face from start to finish. And I have made a shorter version of the scene, which is what I'm going to be posting on the channel. So you'll see that. You know, I don't know, I can't really put it right here or right here. Anyway. I got a Ferrari for the film. Honestly, I just asked the guy. It was a Ferrari F430, blacked out. When I saw it come through the intersection, I was like, I got the Ferrari. He was super nice. Ended up coming on set, great attitude, wasn't like, you know, I got places to be, people to see, whatever. He was there, he was, you know, in the moment, helping us out with his gajillion-dollar car, and, I mean, made the film. Absolutely made the film. That's the number one, well, not the number one, the bar was definitely the number one thing that people hated, along with me playing all the characters and fighting each other. However, the Ferrari was definitely on the list of how do you think you're going to do that. And once again, you know, you got to try to make it happen. It's about two guys that get in an argument. One guy got a promotion, the other guy didn't. The guy who didn't definitely should have. Like I said, in the director's cut, the longer version, that is all explained. In the shorter version, it's not really necessary. You know that there's two sides to the argument, and there's a fight. That's pretty much all you need to know. If this guy beat you up for a promotion just because his girlfriend was hot, and then he tried to, you know, beat your ass in the bar, I might take his Ferrari for a joyride. Sometimes violence does solve problems. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's fun. It's action-packed. It's still a student film, so don't think that it's something with Liam Neeson, you know what I mean? But I worked really hard on it, so did the rest of my crew, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. It's a fun, out there idea. And get some coffee. Just grab some coffee, man. Just grab it. Grab some coffee. Grab some coffee.